Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Codelaborative. This is episode 6, I believe now. Today, we're going to be going ahead and connecting the login screen to Parse. In our previous episode, I showed you guys how to wire up the sign-up controller so that you could have new users sign up. But what if you have an existing user who wants to log in? Well, today, I'll show you just that. So first things first, let's go ahead and in here click right click, double click, whatever you want to do. New file, iOS source, Cocoa Touch. Now the reason you wouldn't do a Swift is because you want maybe some things in it. I think just Cocoa Touch it. Swift if you're like a model file is what I've been told. View controller. So this is going to be the login view controller, and it's going to be a subclass of UI view controller. If you didn't put the right UI view controller there, or you put one of these other things and you try to connect it, it's not going to work. It's been an error for me in the past. Make sure it's not one for you. This is the add-on app because, well, you guys get to tell me what you want me to add on. What features do you want me to drive with this? So that's how I'm doing it. Basically, I have my app that I'm trying to build is composed of 3 apps all talking to each other. And it's not hard. It's pretty basic, but it's been tough to build, being new to Swift and iOS. So showing you guys, basically, I try to build one of mine, and then I'm showing you guys one because then I get the second one built, slightly different. So yeah. So logging in. So we have the login view controller. We need to import parse and import bolts. Now remember storyboard. I just like to work in this mode because I can see it. I have a nice large screen. I know you guys probably can't see it as well. Either way, let's click on what did we say before? If you want to do it, you do the document outline. Click no. Cool. That's the one we want. And we want this to be a class of login view controller so that it's connected. Now let's go back to our login view controller. And let's bring up main storyboard. This is what we got to do. Main storyboard. Let's get rid of the right panel. Get rid of the document outline so you guys can see. Let's click on login. There we go. Automatic picked it up. Shows it. What did we do in the last one? It's pretty simple. Username, outlet, username, login. I'm going to do username, login, and password login. We're going to have a login button, which we're going to control click. That's going to be an action, remember? Because we want it to be, this is a method inside of our function, I think. It says function, but it's technically a method. Good programmers say a method. Why? Really good programmers know why. Look it up. Connection name. Login did press. Cool. So in here, let's go back to parse. Oh, let me find my parse documentation. Here we go. Now before, in users, so if you go to parse.com/docs iOS guides, you should know where this is, guys, but because some people don't. Some people really don't. Parse docs. And if you look, there's API reference, guide, and tutorials. The tutorials, they're out of date from what I saw. The API reference is crazy in depth. Read through it, really cool, but too much for me. I just get overwhelmed. I'm pretty new to parse and programming. It takes a while for them to load all this documentation too. It's kind of annoying, especially the left side. They're really good with their, I believe this is Ajax or something like that kind of language. Yeah, Cool. So we're going to go to users, signing up. We did the sign up. So now we're doing logging in. Logging in. Let's take our Swift, because that's what we want. We're going to copy this and throw it into login view controller, just like we did last time, in our button, because we want the button to call this. Now let's figure out what this is even saying. Now you should be typing it in, but cool. PF user, that is a parse user. If it was an object, it would be a PF object. But we're doing a PF user, log in with username and background. This is just what's being called. And we're saying, like my name, this is what we have to change. We want this to be, I think what we called here. We want this to be user login. Username login dot text. And the password. So the reason we do this and this one we have here, because in Swift, that's just how it works. You skip the first thing and put its key. On the second, third, and all the other ones, you do the first name. So now we're doing password, and this password for us is password login. Okay. Dot text. Yes. No. Password. Expected key member following. Do to do something like that. Oh. No. What am I doing? Follow the documentation. That's why I guess you don't copy paste, because you forget. So we just did this part. Now we're going to have, what is it, a user, PF user, error. Now we got to go through this kind of stuff. Right? So we have here user dot user PF user error. Yeah. Okay. Let me look at my other project and see why this is not working. So this is the login. PF user. Yeah. Block user error. Let's copy that. So what it's saying is, let's read the error. Yeah. So as we saw in the other one, I had these. What these are, these are optionals. It's a special thing just to Swift, and it's saying, well, the exclamation point means we're forcing the unwrappable, because an optional means that it's basically a container type. It either contains an explicit value or it contains nil, and that's what we're saying. So we're saying we're positive that this is in here, and we're pulling it out, which is bad because we don't always know. So we should be saying if let on these things to safely unwrap them. But I live on the dangerous side. And we're going to get rid of this guy and put in what I had before, which is background with block. Let's get rid of the block. Because we don't want block. Instead, we're just going to have, we only need one. We're going to have user and error, void in, if user does not equal nil, do stuff after successful login. So here, just like we did before, what do you think we're going to want to do? We're going to want to perform the segue with this. So very similar to what we just did. Else, if it's else, let's just print error. Oh, no, let's do it right. Else, and see. I mean, let's do it right as in copying something else. Like, it's still not right, but whatever. Think I should be good. Uh-oh, we got errors here. What do you think they are? Are you getting them? So it wants the override deleted. That means this is not that it's all inside of this. Otherwise, otherwise override function is overriding this class view. So what we're missing is a bracket, and you can see it was this one here. I mean, that's how it connects. So sometimes to debug, I'll do that, and like I'll even delete this one, and I'll put it back in just to make sure it's getting them. So now I know I got these two. Let's put another one in. See, there's that one, and then if I could look back, I don't see. It should just be this one, and that's the last one. Cool. Let's make this clean up before I get yelled at by my friend. All right, hitting play. So if this works, now you have an app that looks pretty good. You can log in and you can sign up a user, and then they can log out, and well, they can't log out, but they can log in. So my username was Chazzy9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, how do we fix that? Do you remember? It was Chazzy9, right? Oh, so close, guys. So close. This is why you should test a lot and test often, because, well, it always gets so big. It's like da 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 da, and then all of a sudden, and then it works. So it's pretty much a game, kind of a mood killer. Chazzy9, yeah, lowercase. What I'm thinking the issue could be, because we're not having an issue. Oh, yeah. Jennifer login, sender self. I'm thinking that because I don't have one from here to here, that's what it is. I'm hoping. So I'm hoping I can just control click, hit show, name it. You guys remember what it was called? Login. Let's go login. Login. In. So we're gonna name it something a little different because I just wonder if it's gonna get crossed up. All right, fine. We won't do it. Let's test it. Login, just like it says in the code. But now we have two of them. So I feel like we're going to introduce a bug into our code sometime. We forgot to change that as well. It works. To be safe, I'm just going to do login to login to. Now I don't have to have any doubt, except the fact that when I hit login, I might get confused with what that was. But I forgot to do it again. Boom! What do you know? We're getting an app, guys. As add-ons, things we could do is show how to make a user something else. So as you guys can see in here, this is the user. But how would we make a user, you know, maybe attached to object X, you know, or type X? We're gonna have different types of users. Is what I want to do. So I'm gonna show you this. We're gonna go ahead and hit. I clicked plus column. I made a string. Now I'm gonna say user type Yeah. And I'm gonna make different types of users. I'm gonna make an X user, and I'm gonna make a Y user, and a Z user, and we're gonna go from there, guys. So till next time, that will be the next video, or that's an add-on. Um, yeah, keep going and chat me up in jitter.com/collaborative, I believe, Chazzy9 Collaborative. All right, till then.